Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and I'm here for the reading for the fire signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And these will be the readings for the bi-weekly that I'm doing and I'm adding to my channel for October 1st through October 14th. And I would just like to say, as my usual disclaimer, that this reading does not resonate. It is okay because these are general readings. Okay. So let's see what are some possible energies that fire signs can experience from October 1st through October 14th. We have the Ten of Cups, y'all. So I feel like the next couple weeks for fire signs can be a very emotional rich time. I feel like the home life is good. I feel like we will be surrounded with people that we feel the Ten of Cups with. I feel like we're not in a place anymore where we're trying to force things to work with people. We're just going where the vibe just clicks. We're not trying to force anything or try to convince people why they should be in our lives. We're just spending more time with people who we don't have to go through all that with. They already appreciate us. They already respect us. And I feel like that's who we are going to be more focused on. And we have the Four of Swords. So with what I also see here for fire signs is we're taking also time out with ourselves too. I feel like we are focusing more on connecting with ourselves. I feel like because the more we connect with ourselves, the more that we can connect with other people and the more that we can see people that we do not have a genuine connection with. And I feel that as Jupiter is going through the last couple months of his transit, I feel that we are taking some time to reflect as well and looking back on how far we came and how we are excited to go into this new journey because we have come so far, like I said, and it's been a lot of work and sacrifice. You know, we had to cut people out no matter how much we may care about them, and we really learned a lot about ourselves. We learned about why we settled for situations, and we now realize that we are truly worthy of the Ten of Cups. And we're not going to settle for anything less than that. We're not going to pull teeth to try to get that out of people anymore. And we have the Star, guys. I feel that we are really looking at life from a refreshed point of view. And with the Star card here, we also renewed faith as well. I feel that through everything we see how it all worked together. Even from the nights that we cried our eyes out, the nights that we felt alone, to all the way to now with the Ten of Cups. Being around people that truly appreciate us. We had to go through so much to get here. And nothing worth having is easy at all. And I feel like we definitely have paid our dues and we've learned from our experiences. And we are here with the Star ready to look towards our destiny. You know, really making things happen and being on our path. If you see a flipper, it's because of the way I shuffle. And we have the Three of Swords. But with what I see from the Three of Swords is, honestly, that's why I think the Four of Swords is here. Is reflecting on the pain that we went through. is looking at how that has shaped us to who we are today, but not looking at it from an angry point of view or a bitter point of view, but looking at how every event happened have led us to here, and how wonderful things have also come about from that pain. With every loss, there's a gain. And I feel like a lot of times we focus on what we lose instead of looking at what we gain. Honestly, I was thinking about this in the shower today. And I was thinking about this in my own life. With every quote unquote loss I thought I took in, I've gained something. I may have had to cut people out of my life. That was a three of swords. But what did I gain? A peace of mind. What did I gain? More respect for myself. And I feel like Sagittarius, you're reflecting also on how you may have put your, well, not Sagittarius. I'm so used to doing the individual zodiac signs, but maybe for Sagittarius, but I don't know why I said that. But it's just for all fire signs. But anyway, I feel that all of us are looking at this Three of Swords and how we don't have to live here anymore. We don't have to continue to rewind those memories. We can, I think of it as a book, right? It's just another chapter that makes our story interesting. Just like in any movie, right? It has its depressing points, and then the ending is amazing, and you see how everything comes together. And we also see this with successful people, right? A lot of times, a lot of successful people, they had some of the roughest lives. So there's no question that they deserve their success when you hear some of their stories. Some of them went through some horrific things and they fought past all that. And that's what I feel you have done, fire signs, is you have fought through every single thing and you're still here. You know, that's strength, man. It takes strength to be on this planet. It really do. You know, because some days you just feel like leaving. You feel like you don't have a purpose. Maybe you felt that way for some time, fire signs. It's just like, man, what is my purpose? Like, is this ever going to get better? And it does. Because it's here. So let's see why the Ten of Cups is here. So we have the Eight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So fire signs, when this Ten of Cups come in, it's going to have you in your head. I forgot what reading I was talking about this in. I think it was my water sign reading. And that reading, I got emotional and I was talking about something similar to this. About how when everything you wanted finally comes right in front of your face, this can happen. The Eight of Swords. You start to feel unworthy. You start to feel weird that things are starting to work out, that people actually care about you. When you're so used to people not caring about you and lying and just doing whatever, you kind of lose faith at a point. But I feel like you're going to start to meet people who's going to help restore that faith. And it may have you in your head, but I feel like you're definitely going to work on that. To work on reprogramming your subconscious and saying, hey, I do deserve this. I do deserve happiness. I do deserve abundance. And I'm going to continue to work on my own self-limiting beliefs. I don't have to live in this Three of Swords anymore. I finally have what is for me in front of me. And I'd be darned if I get in my own way. Because sometimes we do get in our own way, y'all. We may not even realize it. Because it could be so intimidating. It's like you being in peace. Like when you're used to living in chaos all the time and fights and arguments, and that becomes normal. But then when life starts to settle down and you like, wow, this is weird. Like, you mean we don't have to, we can actually talk to each other? Like, we don't have to just ghost, you know what I mean? We can actually have a conversation, you know what I mean? Like, We don't have to go into a screaming match about things. We can actually be mature. So I feel like through these situations, I feel like you're going to get more adapted to it. But at first, when the universe starts to bring this to you, you may be in your head. But however, you're going to boss up to the occasion and be King of Pentacles. So not only do you have the Ten of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles. So not only are you emotionally fulfilled, but you also financially. And that is a perfect balance. How many times have, I speak for me though, I've either had one or the other or none, literally. It's either my relationships were decent and my work life was stressful. Either my work life was good and my relationships were stressful, or they both were stressful. It was not at a point where my relationships in my life and my work were in sync. So this is the first time in my life, y'all, that my life is actually in sync with each other. And I came to this realization. I was like, wow, the same way I was being undervalued at my job, going above and beyond for them, didn't appreciate it, wasn't trying to give me a raise. I was actually stuck at $11 for like the longest time. And I thought, well, maybe if I take extra shifts, or maybe if I, get on my knees and scrub, or if I do all this extra stuff. And then I realized I'm not doing this anymore. I deserve more than this. So it was the adjustment because the relationship I was in was higher vibrational and I was still in a lower vibrational job. So my job had to go. Like, it just did. It was time for me to do something new. And also, Pluto was squaring my midhaven. That was a brutal transit. That took me out. That I ain't gonna lie, I haven't felt no pain like that. I didn't even think job depression was real. To have somebody tell you like, well, pretty much your 9 years here didn't mean much. Pretty much. And that's what subconsciously stuck with me, y'all. This was my Eight of Swords. So when my channel started to grow, I subconsciously was self-sabotage myself. I didn't even mean to. It's just all the comments I got, and I'm used to living my life around here where I talk about these things and nobody cared. Nobody really cared to get to know me like that or really appreciate me for who I am. So the Jazz that you actually see here is truly me. People who see me out in my neighborhood don't get that, because that is a sacred part of me. And I feel so grateful to be able to finally be me, man. I was not me for so long, trying to fit in and, thinking that I'm weird because I like the things I like and I somehow could see things happen before they happen. Most people just shoot me off like, yeah, whatever. Oh, Jazz, you're looking too deep into things and blah, blah, blah. So when I came on YouTube to share my experiences and to hear how my experiences helped y'all, that tripped me out, Eight of Swords. But I had to boss up, man. That's why after I had that cold, that's why I'm dropping these readings sometime tonight. Because I'm not letting my fears get the best of me anymore. I have to let go of what has happened or what people told me and step into my greatness. And that's what I feel you're doing. So let's see why the Four of Swords is here. The Five of Swords reverse. The Three of Cups. Well, the Ace of Pentacles. So with what I see here is you're just reflecting on the peaceful place that you're in your life. It's kind of unbelievable, right? I'm looking at this reading as a fire sign myself, and this is exactly how I've been feeling. I'm actually at peace. And it took me so long to get here, but that doesn't matter, but I'm here. And I could finally reflect and enjoy the fruits of my labor with people who are truly in alignment with me. I don't have to force anything with anybody. I'm not chasing nobody. I was always that person to chase people down that would leave me. And I said no. Jazz, you're worth more than this. You're worth someone who loves you and who wouldn't just leave you like that. But you have to stop disempowering yourself and to know when to walk away. If someone wants to walk away, that's their free will decision. You don't beg anyone to be in your life because that is a form of giving your power away. And then I would wonder why people would step all on me because it was just like I was just had walk like a doormat written on my forehead. As soon as people would leave me, I would go chasing after them. So I'm not chasing after you no more. If you don't want to be with me, fine. Am I going to be hurt? Yeah. Are you going to see that? No. It took a lot of strength, but at the same time, I got through it. And it helped me realize how strong I was. And now, also, fire signs, you're in that place too. It's time to celebrate your accomplishments. You made it. You here. Enjoy the abundance and happiness that's here for you. And the people you are going to meet that will never put you in situations like this because they love you too much. They care about you too much. Why? Because they care about themselves. People will love you as far as they love themselves. If people lie to themselves, they're going to lie to you. So, why is a star here? The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Rods. The Ten of Cups. Wow. The Queen of Rods. So with what I see here, y'all, your wish contentments are here. The universe is saying, fire signs, what do you want? We here. You know Jupiter, he's in the fire sign. So all our fire signs as a group, as a collective, it's time to really push our dreams out there. What is your wish contentment? Don't feel like anything you think about is too small. If you sit back and look at what you want to manifest and you like, man, that sounds crazy. That's how you know. If your dreams does not intimidate you even, you're not dreaming big enough. Because you can do it. We live in such a limited reality every day. How many times people tell us, you can't do this, you can't do that, you ain't going to make it, you ain't going to do this. But you are going to make it, fire signs. So really truly think about what your wish contentment is. Because the universe is asking you. Because you can make it happen. And with the Nine of Rods, this talks about how, like, you took all that pain, but you don't look weak in this. This Nine of Wands, this guy, he looks like a warrior. He still got a victory after all the opposition. And that's you, fire signs. You kept it moving. You took this one wand, like the page of wands, and you just kept going. And with the Ten of Cups, as I said, you deserve love and happiness. And it's twice. Ten of Cups twice. It's time to remember who you are. It's time to remember that confidence in yourself. It's time to remember who would you be if that trauma never happened in your life. If you were to let it all go and start brand new and start fresh, and to close those chapters of pain and heartbreak that's been long overdue, that's been replaying in your mind, it's time for you to step back into your greatness. And let's see why the Three of Swords is here. The Magician, the Four of Pentacles reversed. And why is the Four of Pentacles reversed here? And you are letting go of that conflict. You're letting go of trying, like I said, trying to force people to be in your life. That it just don't work sometimes, and that's okay. And with the Magician, you have taken this pain, but this pain has caused you to place everything on the table. And like I asked, what is your wish contentment? Because the magician is here, you can manifest it. And if anyone does not truly support you, that's okay. Because they can only see your success as far as they see their own. And I used to take that very personally. Like, why can't you see me doing that? But then I looked at how they lived their life. They didn't go after their own dreams. They was just like everybody else. So here I am talking about I want to be self-employed and have these ways to make income and do tarot cards and this, and people, of course, people look at me like I'm crazy. So what I do is I know I trust my intuition on who to tell and who not. And I save myself this 5 of Wands. And that's why life has been peaceful. I stopped trying to tell everybody. I've learned the responsibility that I place, right? I cannot just go telling everybody everything and then get mad at their reactions. I can just tell by how they live their life. Nope, what I do, you will try to shoot it down. You won't even try to hear it through. You'll hit me with probably you're a devil worshiper and all this other stuff. So I just cut it right then and there. I know who to tell it to. So I feel like you do too. So, fire signs, I hope you guys appreciate this reading, and I'll catch you guys next time.